What's up, guys? It's Yevon Austin from Save Point Games here. I had a video, right? But I guess WWE copyright claimed it, so there we go. I'm trying to come up with something else really fast, right? So I found this and thought it may be interesting to react to because I wanted to do some reaction videos real quick before I left, right? So here we go. We're attempting to do 10 WWE wrestlers who need a big push after World Rumble 2023. Let's hope this one doesn't get banned. If this one gets kicked, I got nothing, bro. No video today. Here we go.
Very good friends, Andy Murray here for What Culture Wrestling, and as of last Saturday, the Royal Rumble is in the books. It is done, and now
we're gonna skip all this,
in my opinion. And specifically today, we're going to look at the wrestlers who need a bit more under the radar. Regardless, whatever they're at the Rumble, he rode Royal Rumble 2023.
There we go. Right.
Number 10, Asuka.
Yes.
A little bit obvious. She's in the thumbnail. You knew this was coming, so we might as well get her entry out of the way first. Asuka, 100% one of the best things on the entire show. I loved her comeback. I thought it was awesome. Taking that Kana imagery from her previous pre-WWE life, bringing it into the big bombastic sports entertainment world, I thought she came off extremely well. Now, she's been teasing this on social media for a while, but it was still cool to see her showing.
So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to what this guy says, because I can already tell that he's going to be talking for a hot minute. So I'm going to listen to what this dude says, and then I'll respond to whatever he says. There we go.
Up with the mask, with the new entrance, with the new theme, with the murder clown makeup, of course. She made it all the way to the final three of the Women's Rumble as well. It all bodes extremely well. Now, Asuka is obviously great at wrestling. She's probably the best pure wrestler in the division. Now she has a fresh lick of paint. She has her first major character switch up since she joined the company. I think she's well equipped to make a run at whatever belt Rhea Ripley doesn't go for. At number 9, L.A.
Alright, so I agree with what he said, bro. 100%, right? So Asuka's a really good wrestler. And she's probably the best wrestler in the women's division. But, should she go for the belt right away? I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure that was return, right? So, I guess it depends on who gets the belt before Mania. I think maybe she could, weasel her way in. But, I feel like she's gonna go heel if she has, this new face paint, this new mask, this new, dark entrance, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if she'll go for the belt, but definitely okay with that. I would be okay if she got a big push. Like I said, she's a great wrestler. She's great in the ring. I mean, people are probably gonna get I'm probably gonna get angry comments for saying this, but she's not good on the mic. But that's because she's not very good at English. So that's not even her fault, right? So, like he said, I don't know. I agree. She's a pretty good wrestler. I could see her getting a push, especially after her coming back.
I'm not cool enough to pull the gimmick off. But bear with me a second. Bray Wyatt.
He said bear with him. So I'm going to hear him out, but I'm already going to tell him no.
Wherever you land with this bloke, and I think most people are either firmly massive fans of him, or maybe it's not their thing, and there's very little in the middle. Either way, wrestlers who work with Bray Wyatt, particularly when the feud takes on a bit of a spooky, supernatural tilt,
hopefully there's
they
no
don't
more
always
of
end
that.
up looking great coming out of it. And with LA Knight, given that he was elbow dropped by Uncle Howdy at the pay-per-view,
that elbow drop was so bad, right? He didn't even hit him. He didn't even go near him. Literally, he falls. The thing falls apart, right? And LA Knight has to roll over on top of him to even make it look relatively like he fell on him. So, this whole match was trash. The drink that they were promoting is pretty good. The Mountain Dew Pitch Black or whatever. I mean, that stuff's okay. But this? Nah, dog. Hot dog water. That's what that was.
There are reasons to be concerned. It would be a real shame, however, if that was the case. And I think with LA Knight, WWE have the opportunity to buck that trend.
What is that? It's like Andre the Giant, but he's got like a... What is that? Like a popsicle for an arm? That junk looks crazy. What? Looks like some Garbage Pail Kids right there or something. I don't know. This is just joint crazy.
Now, the guy put in a lot of hard work throughout this feud. He did a lot of the heavy lifting on the microphone, really. Week to week, he was providing some of the biggest highlights, even though he was kind of burying the gimmick.
That's... I don't know, bro. I feel like LA Knight just needs like a new everything, right? Like, same thing with Austin Theory. Like, Austin Theory needed a whole different thing. The whole selfie thing wasn't working. This dude is not working, right? In my opinion, I hot trash. Does he need to push? No. Does he need a re-character? Yes. Rewritten everything. Why did they pair this dude with Bray Wyatt? I got no idea. The whole thing's dumb. Bray Wyatt had all this build up, the White Rabbit, the messages, the QR codes. That junk was crazy, right? And then he comes back and he gets mad at this dude for slapping him or something. Like, the whole story is just dumb. And then the match was awful. Like, I feel bad for myself for watching that match. I paid $10 to watch that match, and it was garbage. The whole pay-per-view was garbage, except for, like, the last 10 minutes. But, anyway, this match was trash. Does LA Knight need a promotion? No. He needs...
talk for days, and it's always...
I think good on the mic? Sure, whatever. Still needs to be rebranded,
maybe not
bro.
The most refined between the ropes, but who cares? He got over in this feud, and he can stay over if he gets a nice little push coming out of the Bray story.
Nah.
At number 8, Piper Niven. Bit of a vanity pick here. I just want to see Scottish people doing well, to be perfectly honest, but completely irrelevant to my personal biases. Piper Niven's really awesome, and I don't think a lot of people realise how awesome she is. It doesn't help that for the past year she's been bloody Dewdrop, one of the most bizarre ring names WWE has ever come up with, and
Bro. You like Piper Niven over Dewdrop? Really? I'm just going to ignore that you just said that, alright?
To be fair, I don't think that as many people were looking forward to her versus Tamina in the Rumble as the commentators seem to think, but remove that bizarre marketing for a second. She's a really sick,
she's cool.
Wrestler.
I wouldn't even mind if she won the thing.
Time, predating her time even in WWE. I think there's a lot more she could do than she's been able to show on the main roster, particularly so far. She's back now. She can have a new direction. She can move wherever the heck WWE wants, be it on Raw or SmackDown. There's an opportunity to do something here, and if they nail it, they can make a star of her.
Like maybe not the whole character, but Dewdrop.
I know this guy was just involved in screwing a bunch of people out of lots of money in some kind of bizarre NFT crypto scam or
Crypto
whatever.
zoo, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of evidence to suggest that maybe he's not the nicest human being on planet Earth, but
he's not the greatest.
We're talking about wrestlers who need to be pushed by WWE coming out of the Royal Rumble, and Logan Paul is definitely one of them. He is taken to wrestling.
I agree. So, look, bro. Logan Paul, right? Not the best human being on the planet, okay? Dude's done a lot. And not in a good way, right? He started off as this, like, weirdo kid on YouTube. Him and his brother doing stupid videos, Disney Channel Flow, bro, whatever the heck, right? And they move it to this, and he moves on to this entrepreneur, and then starts boxing and fights Mayweather. And then when the whole YouTube thing went down with the forest in Japan, right? This dude lost so much respect from everyone. I mean, like, everyone. Like, the world crumbled on top of this dude. He builds himself back up with a Floyd Mayweather match, right? Like, when his brother's over here fighting, like, these random dudes or whatever, Logan just went right to the top, right? So, and there's controversy between that, too. It was rigged. It was blah, 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 whatever, right? Okay, anyway, he moved on, all right? He matured. Or at least we thought. Because then he starts doing the crypto zoo, the NFTs, right? And screws a bunch of people over. I mean, like, thousands of dollars, like hundreds of thousands, like probably getting into the millions, right? So dude's not the best person in the world, but his in-ring abilities have been insane. Like as a wrestler, his move from a YouTuber to a wrestler is kind of crazy. But there's boxing in the middle, so I mean he's conditioned for some kind of combat. But like, I don't know, the transition is crazy. You got to give Logan respect, whether you like him or not, whether the dude's a jerk or not. The dude's transition was just built different, right? And this match was crazy too. This one right here, the Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns, crazy match.
Quicker than almost anyone else in recorded human history. We had the great Roman Reigns match last year, and now him and Seth Rollins, if they do it at WrestleMania, or if they do it, I don't know, in a house show in Milwaukee, they're going to have a great match as well, because Seth is just tremendous in that kind of role, and Logan Paul is a complete natural. He appeared to set it up in the Rumble, which of course...
Here's how, bro, I honestly think, okay, so like Seth's in the Elimination Chamber, right? I think. Anyway, I could see somehow Seth ending up with like the U.S. Championship, right? Because I'm pretty sure he's in the Elimination Chamber. I may be wrong. But I could see Seth getting into the U.S. title picture, winning the belt, and by Mania, Logan Paul and him have a rivalry. And then at Mania, they have Seth versus Logan for like a mid-card championship. And if that happens, I don't see Logan winning or losing a 2 title shots back to back, right? Like I don't see that. I don't see that happening for his brand. So I could see Logan, if it's just Logan versus Seth. I also don't see Logan losing at Mania twice. But anyway, he won, but he got screwed in the end, right? So anyway, I don't know, bro. I could see Logan versus Seth is happening. It's gonna happen at Mania. I could see it also happening for the U.S. title, like a mid-card thing. Anyway.
Had him and Ricochet colliding in midair in what was
that was an epic promo
one of the
too.
Dumbest and
that
best
yeah
I've ever seen. It makes sense as a blockbuster WrestleMania feud to have him involved. Him and Seth, book it up. It'll be good. At number 6, Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel has had a good few weeks, honestly. She had the wonderful SmackDown Women's title match with Ronda Rousey to close 2022, and then she comes into the Rumble, and she looks pretty damn good there as well. WWE presented her the way she should be, like a big, dominant badass, and she can continue down that route coming out.
No. This chick... I wasn't paying attention, right? Because me and Chris are going to SmackDown, and like he's texting me that he's on his way, right? But like, no, this chick should be nowhere near the title picture. This chick was awful. She got in the Royal Rumble, right? And just trashed everything. She's so, and like they can't control it, but like tall wrestlers look so clunky in the ring, dude. Like, there's no way to be smooth about it. There's a way for people to adjust, but her performance in the Rumble was awful. And it was so... I don't know, bro. All I can remember is, like, the moment I saw this chick come out, right? Like, she comes out of the ring, and it not even botches, bro. Not even, like, she's not even, like, screwing stuff up. She just walks out, and it's so clunky with everything. Like, if this chick gets a push, people are going to be pissed, and I'm people.
I would spend a little bit more time building her up before throwing back into the SmackDown Women's title scene, but regardless, there's no reason that Raquel can't keep making a name as SmackDown's babyface monster on that roster.
Yeah, there is. She's garbage,
bro. Do some great work, see where the title scene looks coming out of WrestleMania, and take it from there.
Sorry for all the fans.
5, Bobby Lashley. Big Bob got a hell of a big moment in the Royal Rumble. He was the guy who put Brock Lesnar's rampage to a stop. Well, sort of to a stop. Brock just keeps kicking ass.
I'm not going to stop the video anymore, but like,
but it was one of the biggest moments in the men's match.
Because it was one of the only moments in the men's Royal Rumble match, right? Like, everything in the Royal Rumble was so predictable, it wasn't even funny. Like, Ray, then Dom wearing Ray's mask. Then you've got Finn Balor, who is on the same team as Dominic. Then you've got Damian Priest, that's all the Judgment Day, right? And then you got Edge or whatever came out and like ruined their whole plans or whatever, right? This whole thing is everyone in that match was a rivalry or a stable. right? Like, everyone already had something going on. So, like, none of it was believable. Everything was predictable. And the only two people I remember that came out that weren't, like, back-to-back that were in a tag team was the Street Profits. Like, Dawkins was way earlier, and Ford was at, like, towards the very end. Everything else was so predictable and such trash, it wasn't even funny. Brock Lesnar comes out, number 12, right? I think number 11, 12, something like that. Dumps a bunch of jobbers out the ring, because that's what you got to do. You can't let the ring fill up with a bunch of filler. Bobby Lashley comes out, boom, done. Done. I don't know, bro. That Royal Rumble was trash. Should Bobby deserve a push? Yeah. But he's going to get a push with Brock Lesnar. And I can't stand crybaby Brock Lesnar because he's just got to have whatever he wants, right? Anyway.
Bobby throwing Brock over the top rope just when he looked like he was about to kill everyone. And it was probably done to set up another singles match between these two.
No, it was done. It was done.
I would have preferred it if Bobby got a little longer in the match after he eliminated Brock. It felt like he was only in there for like another
Look, there's crybaby Brock just chucking stuff everywhere.
But Bobby's been presented extremely well over these past couple of years. Now they're teasing her business.
Bobby
that
definitely,
could be awesome.
definitely better than
Brock
he was
again
way back in the day,
awesome.
bro.
The guy is clearly a priority to this company, and he should get a big push coming out of the Rumble. Maybe just beat Brock. Why the hell not? Number 4,
Facts.
Roxanne Perez. The reigning NXT Women's Champion, yeah, she's already getting pushed. I mean, she's got a belt. But it's on NXT.
Yeah.
It's not as big a show as Raw or SmackDown. But I think Roxanne Perez showed in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Like, the Women's Royal Rumble was a lot of NXT superstars, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, from what I remember, just because the women's division is not very big. Okay? So, like, should she get a push right off rip? No. She has a belt. She has the NXT Women's Championship. Why should she be moved up right now? Why should she get a push on Raw and SmackDown? Let her build in NXT a reputation, right? I don't watch NXT, so I don't know 100% what's going on. So you can, like, flame me in the chat, in the comments for looking stupid here. But I think if she has the belt in NXT, let her keep the belt for a while, because I'm pretty sure she just won it recently. So let her just have a good reign, right? Like, I'm not saying a Roman Reigns title reign 3 years with the belt. I'm not saying a long time. None of those NXT superstars were ready for the main event roster, in my opinion. Like, bro, watching that thing was awful. Watching it was so bad. It was hard to watch.
Like, she's 21 years old and she's already absurdly good. She came in and looked on a different class to some of the work that had gone on earlier in the match. Now, she was only in there for about 4 or 5 minutes. It wasn't a long run, but it was enough to suggest that when she hits the main roster, she is going to fly. And why wait? Why have her mucking it up on Tuesday nights any longer? Maybe you want to keep her down there until WrestleMania. Maybe she holds on to the NXT Women's Championship until Stand and Deliver, and then...
Now, no, look, I could see... You've got 2 nights to fill at WrestleMania, right? Maybe don't push her so much, but, like, push NXT. Okay? Put some NXT matches on the main card at Mania. Maybe have, like, the Women's NXT Championship and the NXT Championship have some matches at Mania. And that's also going to help you bring viewers over to NXT. Because, like, you know some of these people that are watching SmackDown and Raw are not paying attention to NXT. I pay attention a little bit, but not that much, right? That would be the best move, is to leave them on NXT, show a promo here and there on Raw and SmackDown to build up some hype for the match. And then at WrestleMania, have them be somewhere on the card. Have both NXT championships on night 1. Because I don't think they should be on night 2, because night 2 is like, right? But, like, have, like, the NXT and the NXT Women's Championship on night 1 of Mania. Give them a little WrestleMania moment. They get some hype. They get a push without them having to move to the main card and doing whatever WWE does with their main card people.
Moves up to Raw or SmackDown. Either way, it should happen sooner rather than later. Even despite her youth, she would immediately be one of the best wrestlers on the roster. It just makes sense. And if WWE book it right, they can make a real star on day 1. Not really day 1, because she was in the Rumble, but day 2. Yep. Number 3, Gunther. Again, this is one of the more obvious picks on the list, but the guy was in the Rumble for 71 minutes. He went bell to bell. He finished second to Cody Rhodes. They had that awesome...
Does this dude not know what bell to bell means? Okay, I might have just looked like an idiot. Bell to bell is when you start number 1 or number 2 and the bell rings, right? You go through the entire Royal Rumble, and at the end of the Rumble, when you win, bell rings. That's bell to bell, right? I think. I may be wrong. Tell me in the comments if I look stupid right now. But I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean... Like, he was in the final 2, right? But I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean he was bell to bell. Dude should be pushed, definitely. And I think he's making the Intercontinental Championship look great. I think he should keep the Intercontinental Championship, keep running with it. Dude's going to be a GOAT someday. He is what Vladimir Kozlov should have been, right? He's doing it the correct way. Anyway.
Mini match towards the end of the bout. He eliminated 5 people. He looked incredible. He was a wise choice because he's just such a professional, accomplished wrestler. There's nothing this guy can't do. He's the perfect person to hold everything together while chaos is going on around him. And the fact that WWE have put so much effort into building
this right here, that's got to happen at some point, right?
Him up as Intercontinental Champion and then giving him this spot in the Rumble suggests that big things are in his future indeed.
Oh, yeah.
I would take him and Sheamus in a rematch, honestly, at WrestleMania.
That'd be cool.
Clash at the Champions was... Clash at the Castle, sorry. Not at the Champions, Andy, you div. One of the best matches I've ever seen live. It was sensational stuff. If they can recreate that magic at WrestleMania, give Gunther another couple of title defenses in between then, be great stuff, and you can shoot him into the main event scene whenever you want. He's going to be a made man. It's only a matter of time. Number 2, Damage Control. I thought that Damage Control looked really good in the Women's Royal Rumble, and you've not always been able to say that credibly about the trio since they came together. Their booking has been spotty. Sometimes it just feels like Bayley and her stooges. They lose a lot. It's not...
Isn't Damage Control already getting a push? They already have a push, right? Like, they're fighting one of the 4 horsewomen. And one of their members, which is basically their manager, is also one of the 4 horsewomen. They're in a steel cage match with Becky Lynch at some point. I'm pretty sure that's next week, right? This dude's opinion is not correct. They're already getting a push. Why should they get why should they get more? It doesn't make any sense. They're already champion. They're tag team champions right now. How much more of a push can a tag team get? They have the belts. I don't know, bro. I don't understand what you're saying here, right? And I don't know. Do they even really need a push right now, or do they just need to work on their in-ring skills? Because I watched War Games, bro, and that was pretty bad. I saw there was a lot of botches in War Games, and this whole statement, whatever he's fixing to say, does not work because they've already got a push. They're getting a push. They're working with two of the biggest women in the women's division. And they have the championships. You can't get much more of a push as a tag team, right?
Always ideal. But given how they controlled the ring for such a decent period of time and looked like the dominant force, at least for a while in that match, until Becky came along, that pesky person, and eliminated Dakota.
That was me when I heard his opinion on Damage Control.
It's something to build on. It's something you can use to re-establish them as a real force on Monday nights. Last week, we had the cage match cut. That wasn't ideal, but it did at least give Io Dakota.
The cut was because they had to cut the time, right? Because the steel cage would have interfered with the tribal court or whatever. So they had to fix that. And then they're doing another one because the whole Becky Lynch being like Bayley was all like, "Oh, you're only with Seth because he whatever the heck they said, right?" And then I don't know, bro. This is just weird. What a weird take.
An opportunity to look like they're just kicking ass and ruling the roost. That's what they need. They need more of that going forward. We need more tag team matches.
Why
trios
they're
matches,
doing
singles
it?
Wins in particular. Triple H needs to get this one right.
Why are they number 2 in your list? They're already doing it, bro.
But you can absolutely write the course. And at number 1, Sami Zayn.
pretty obvious.
The most obvious pick of the lot, but I think there are so many interesting routes you can take with Sami Zayn now that it was worth talking.
All right, before he finishes his statement, right? Like Sami Zayn, okay? I agree with what the dude himself said. I don't know if he could be the face of WWE. But the storytelling they're doing right now, he is so over like Daniel Bryan was during the Yes movement, right? There's another example too, but I can't think of it right now. But he is so over with the crowd right now. This dude has to get at least the tag team championships off of Jimmy and Jay with Kevin Owens. Or they could give him a Universal Championship match and possibly give Cody the other championship of Mania. Because this is the fall of the Bloodline. Bloodline's done after whatever storyline this is right here. But this is storytelling by WWE. And the fact that even this dude right here said that you don't even know. There's so many roads you could take. This is what WWE needs to be. What could happen, not what's going to happen. Because you got social media nowadays. You got leaks. You got stuff going on that like ruins it, right? So this is perfect storytelling. Long-term storytelling always pays off in the end. Because this right here is just going to be great. I don't even know what's going to happen next. Like I said, I'm going to the SmackDown tonight that is following whatever this is. So we'll see.
About here. A lot of people might be clamoring for Sami to face Roman at WrestleMania, but the problem is he just won the Royal Rumble. So if you want to do that, and we kind of know they're going to fight already at Elimination Chamber, you need to find a way of doing that without making Cody look like a div. So do you do one on one night and the other on the other? Do you have a triple threat? Do you do something else entirely? And then if you pull Sami away from other things and put him in the Universal title program for Mania, what you doing with the Usos? What you doing with Kevin Owens? It's really mind-boggling to think how WWE are going to navigate.
Okay, right. I get what he's saying, but Kevin Owens is I don't know if Kevin Owens is going to go deeper into the story. There's a chance Kevin Owens could, and there's a chance he can't, right? Or won't. Not can't. Well, there's a chance he won't. Because he can, and it makes sense, and he could not, and it makes sense. He freed his friend, right? And he could move on and do something else. Which I don't think he will, because I feel like this is probably going to be his storyline. So what is he going to do about the Usos? That's why I don't see Sami in the Universal title picture. I see him in the tag picture. And doing something with the tag belts. As for Roman, something's I don't know, bro. They're going to split up the title somehow, and I feel like WrestleMania is the best place to do it, because you've got day one, day two. They can do one belt at the one pay-per-view, one at the other, right? So I feel like that's how they're going to split up the belts. And I could see Sami winning the belts, because like the pop in that crowd would be crazy, right? So I don't know. Let's see what you guys say.
How are they going to get Cody to be as hot and as over as Sami has through this Bloodline program in time for Mania? I don't know the answer, but I'm looking forward.
The answer is Cody or Kevin? Who did he say?
Boggling to think how WWE are going to navigate this. How are they going to get Cody to be as hot?
Okay, Cody. I don't know, bro. The whole Cody situation's weird, right? Dude has not. They did that for short term, because it's a feel-good story, right? You feel good. Cody came back, returned after having his pec injury or whatever. He's going to Mania. He's going to fight for the championship. He's obviously going to win because Bloodline's done. And he wants the championship for his dad, right? So, what's next? How do they tie it into that without ruining this? Because if they ruin this, there's going to be a lot of pissed off people, right? So, there's that.
And as over as Sami has through this Bloodline program in time for Mania. They won't. But I'm looking forward to finding out. I think this man's journey, he's a bit dead there, but his journey for the next couple of months is going to be extremely interesting. I think it'll go a long way to defining who Triple H is as a booker in the long term. I can't wait to take the journey, honestly. None of those options that I've gone through there are perfect. Some of them are stronger than the others. Let's see. Can they heat up the tag team title program with him and Kevin to be facing the Usos? Can that
That's
be
what
a
I
top
see.
level program on the same level of overness as all this good stuff?
But Jay, bro. But I don't know what they're going to do with Jay, because Jay walked out too.
Going on with Roman?
That was loud, whatever that was.
And you know what? I'm optimistic. I think they can pull it off. Anyway, guys.
Well, you stay optimistic, brother.
Magical screen change in the background.
Wow. Okay, so full webcam. There's the video. I don't know, bro. I don't like 90% of this dude's opinions, but yeah. I don't know. I had to get a video out. I felt like this would probably be a fun one. But I don't know. That was kind of whatever, right? Like, how do you... Some of these, like, already are getting pushes. How do you push them more? Anyway. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see some more reactions, let me know what you guys want to see. I don't mind doing some reaction videos. That was kind of fun. So, thank you. If you want to check out some more stuff, subscribe.